First, fast, accurate, live. This is WSBT 22 News on Fox.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Diane Daniels. The Stanford game going on right now at Notre Dame, and our own Dean Hubbard here to bring us up to date.
Yeah, you know, this game's big in a lot of ways, and the biggest is we're halfway through the season, and Notre Dame has a 2-4 record. If you want to turn the season around and be bowl eligible with 6 wins, time is running out, and right now the game is in the second half. The Irish got a touchdown and a field goal to leave 10-0 in the first half. Helped that Stanford's best player, Christian McCaffrey, didn't play because of an injury. But ND, right now, look at this. DeShone Kizer has thrown 2 interceptions. One went back for a touchdown for the Cardinal. Malik Zaire has come in at quarterback, and we're in the third quarter. Notre Dame's still hanging on to a 10-7 lead. So we'll see if Malik stays in the game. We'll see if Notre Dame can put some more points on the board. It's been a long time since they scored in the first quarter.
And this game is always traditionally close between Stanford and
Yeah,
Notre
it really
Dame.
has. And maybe not as much meaning as we've had in the past, but it has a lot of meaning for Notre Dame going forward.
Absolutely. We'll check in with you later. Thanks, Dean. Well, tonight we're learning more about the status of ex-Notre Dame player Max Redfield. Today, a post to Redfield's Instagram account indicated he'd been dismissed from the university and that for the past 2 weeks, including today, he cannot legally be on campus. That post calls the ban from campus devastating. Brian Kelly kicked Redfield off the team after he and 4 other players were arrested in Fulton County in August. Redfield is facing charges for possession of marijuana and for allegedly having a handgun without a license. Prior to Redfield's dismissal from the team, he was expected to start for the Irish. We reached out to the university for comment today. They would only confirm he is no longer enrolled at the university. Well, before the football season started, many fans throughout the land thought that tonight's Notre Dame-Stanford game would be a marquee matchup. Both teams coming into tonight's game, though, unranked. And with Notre Dame's losing season so far, typically fewer people come to town for the games, and that could have a negative impact on local businesses that rely on doing big game day business. WSBT 22's Jesse Schultz has been looking into that for us today. She joins us now live here in studio. Jesse.
And I talked to several local businesses today, from bars to restaurants to hotels. For some, Notre Dame's lackluster start has affected business, but for others, they say the biggest change they see is in the morale of the fans. Bruno's Pizza employees are hard at work. The orders keep coming in, but they say there would be more pizza ordered if Notre Dame had a better start to the season.
We definitely see an impact, not as many people coming downtown.
Holte says when the Irish season is going well, business booms.
Even the local people aren't ordering pizzas as much for delivery. I think, people are just kind of bummed out that Notre Dame's not doing well.
Jessica Fowler, who works at Ivy Court Inn and Suites, agrees that fans aren't as excited about the games.
The difference is definitely in the fans' enthusiasm.
She says the hotel has seen some cancellations, but that those open rooms get filled within a half hour.
As far as our hotel occupancy, and we have not seen any difference with that. We have been at 100% occupancy for every home game so far this year.
Our partners at the South Bend Tribune report that home game hotel occupancy is usually about 90%. It's expected to only be 70 to 80% this weekend. Fowler says the hotel's regulars are still rallying behind their team. Regulars like Tony Martino.
We're true blue fans, and we will not let one season get us down.
Corby's Irish Pub in downtown South Bend thought the season would affect them more than it did.
I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of people that we had in here last night.
So far, he says the bar's numbers are on track with the rest of the season. And he says the only time business is noticeably slower is when the Irish have night games, like tonight.
People tend to tailgate the entirety of the day. And then by the time they do get out of the game, it's so late.
Prices for tickets to tonight's games also seem to be impacted. Earlier this week, some tickets on StubHub were going for as low as about $30. Face value for those tickets costs $125. The next home game is in 2 weeks versus Miami. We'll see if the falling ticket price trends continue for that game. Live in the studio, Jesse Schultz, WSBT 22 News.
Good evening, everyone. How about those temperatures today? How about that sunshine? Really nice October weather. Temperatures climbing into the low 70s. Want to show you a picture that I got sent to us from a viewer named Carrie Maddox from Culver, and you can see how bright the moon is. We've got a super moon that's occurring this weekend. And actually, it's going to be full, completely full tomorrow night. So if we clear out in time, we're looking at a pretty nice full moon. But yeah, if you've been out tonight, you can just see how bright it is. Look at all those rays coming out from the supermoon. So it's closest to the Earth around its orbit tomorrow night. So that's why we call it a supermoon. It'll be a little bit bigger than usual. Temperatures right now in the upper 60s. We were in the low 70s today, so very, very nice day. But then rain is on the way for tomorrow, and that's already developing over southern Wisconsin and northern Illinois. So I've got a pretty good chance for rain as we head through tomorrow. Tonight, dry, but mild, low to mid 60s, that's it. But yes, tracking some rain and even more warmth as we head into the beginning of the work week. That's in your complete forecast in just a few. Diane.
All right, thanks, Ed. Time to get you up to date on politics now. Donald Trump rallied in New Hampshire and Maine today and once again defended himself against growing allegations of sexual misconduct. Donald Trump has held 3 events in the Northeast today, and he spent more time responding to the latest round of allegations against him by going on the offensive. At this rally in New Hampshire, Trump not only denied a growing list of accusations that he has improperly touched women, but he said the accusers' stories are evidence of corruption and a rigged election. He called the accusers phonies. Trump also suggested that Hillary Clinton took performance-enhancing drugs before their last debate. He is now suggesting the two of them should take drug tests prior to next week's debate. Well, today, Hillary Clinton stepped off of the campaign trail to prepare for that upcoming debate, but her running mate, Tim Kaine, campaigned in North Carolina and Florida today. Clinton's campaign is hitting back against Trump's assertions about a rigged election. Her campaign manager says participation in the electoral system, and particularly voting, is something to be encouraged and not dismissed or undermined because of a candidate who's afraid he's going to lose. Also today, there was another WikiLeaks dump of documents that allegedly detail Hillary Clinton's paid speeches to Goldman Sachs. The Clinton campaign so far has declined to confirm the authenticity of the transcripts. Donald Trump's running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence, back in the Hoosier State today, taking part in some goodwill nonpartisan events. He was at the grand finale for the Bicentennial Torch Relay in Indianapolis, and he also attended a ribbon cutting in Terre Haute to dedicate a bike park in honor of a fallen member of the military. He approached both events as public relations missions instead of opportunities to campaign for Donald Trump. And we want to remind you the third and final presidential debate is coming up Wednesday night. Fox News Live coverage begins at 9 o'clock right here on Fox Michiana. And then join us Thursday evening for an online town hall meeting called Your Voice, Your Future. Our team of national correspondents will break down the debate and have reaction from top political experts. That's coming up Thursday night at 7 p.m. on WSBT.com. And another traffic alert for downtown South Bend drivers. The city's Smart Streets project has converted another portion of Main Street from one-way to two-way. Here's the scene near Main and Colfax, that conversion happening earlier today before all the game day traffic hit town. Well, now to the St. Patrick's Park Trails event, where this weekend a 24-hour race is going on. It's a fundraiser for ALS. Actually, the participants could choose some shorter options, and some finished earlier today, but dozens of those runners and walkers are signed up to go the full 24 hours.
Well, this race is in its 7th year. I've been running here for quite a long time. We have runners from California, Georgia, Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. This year we had 76, which is our largest number to date.
And in the past, this event has raised more than $70,000 for ALS. The race started in 2010 to honor a local South Bend doctor, Faye Magnuson. She died of ALS. There's now a charity in her honor called Friends for Faye. Well, stay with us. Still ahead tonight, flooding problems continuing post-Hurricane Matthew. We'll have the latest from one of the hardest hit areas in North Carolina.
And we're keeping the warmth